New manager, so Terry Francona decides to step aside, is not managing this year, and who knows if he comes back and manages down the road. So I'm trying to get healthy, if you will. Stephen Vogt, it's kind of a tough spot for him. You're following one of the best managers in the history of the game, and you're stepping in with a young team that's very unproven.
Yeah, it's interesting on a lot of levels, because there is that dynamic of just comparing it with Francona, and even among rookie skippers, he's an unusual breed where we've seen plenty of former players become managers, but this guy played 2 years ago. That's pretty unusual. 1987 was the last time somebody became a manager this soon after their playing career. It was Larry Boa with the Padres, after having finished his career in 1985. So. That's the unusual nature of Vogt just, in MLB historically. And it's become more of a thing in baseball in the last decade or so, where you have these, guys who have never managed a game become managers. They've surrounded him with some bright minds, but it's really, he's going to be thrown into the fire here with a young team. And I mean, this is a situation, if you're going to have an inexperienced manager, I mean, this is the kind of club to have it with, is a young team, right? But, he's going to have to find his footing along with many of his players.
Yeah, and the word on him is relates well to players, and I mean that's a good thing. That, without question, that's a skill that you want. Correct? I mean, is that one of the better?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah,
one of the better skills to have.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think communication is the number one element of that managerial job. We all focus externally on. You made that bullpen move in the seventh inning. Yes, that stuff is important. You batted this guy, fifth instead of sixth. Yes, that stuff is important. But I think when you look at the context of a 162 game season, the communication within the clubhouse is vital. Have everybody on the same page and everybody knows what their role is and all those sorts of things. I mean, that's what matters. That's where Terry Francona was at his best, was just relating to his players, communication with players. And Stephen Vogt is cut from the same cloth. He doesn't have anywhere near the experience that Tito has. We know that. Few do. But he definitely has that working in his favor. And, he got raised last year working with the Mariners players. It was his first year in a coaching role. So he's stepping into some very big shoes, but he's got the personality for it. We know that right off the bat, where he's going to be great at handling the media. That's another big element of the job. You're kind of like press secretary for your team, when you're the manager and dealing with us twice a day. But he's also very good with players.